I remember working as a computer technician at a point, and this lady came in that was really pissed off. She ended up saying things like, I was trying to buy this thing on eBay, and for some reason, my credit card wasn't reading on the computer. And I'm sitting there thinking, what do you mean by that? It's like, my credit card reader wasn't working. A credit card reader? What are you talking about? So I just opened up, take a look. She just shoved her credit card inside the floppy drive. Paid. Bam.
Of course, I'd be the dick. Because like, ooh, what kind of future computer do you have? I want one.
Probably the weirder one I had is that I think I was working at a Best Buy at the point. And this guy brought in his iPhone and was like, I don't know why it's not working. Can I take a look at it? So I connected to this kind of big screen to see what's going on because we used to do that. And as soon as I flipped it on, horse porn. What? But it's on a big, like about a 50-inch television. So I closed it as quickly as I can, but the thing's lagging. So I managed to close out of it maybe 15 seconds later. I look at him and he just goes, so is there anything wrong with my phone?
Well,
where do I start, sir?
Sir, are you aware that there's...
No, sir. No, sir, but you do need therapy.
I'm not letting you near a farm, sir. That'll fix the problem.
Gonna have to get a restraining order against every horse in you.
So next story is one that takes place at a GameStop where a guy came in and he was super muscular. He was like a huge dude. He always came in. He was maybe like 350 pounds of pure muscle. I mean, he looked like his face had been like shoved in a meat shredder because he had all these like scars and ridiculous shit. And it looked like he ate maybe a pound of steroids all the time. So he just popped in the door all angry and pissed off, just doing that, heavy, angry being I'm like, oh shit. This guy is going to either flip it or he's mad at somebody. But he just turns to me with his angry, bulging eyes and looks over me and just says, do you have Pokemon? I seriously could not keep from laughing right in front of him when he did that.
Oh gosh.
He's just looking up. This is it. This is how I die. Oh shit! Well, here you go.
Hey, there's Pokemon fans in all of us. I guess I could judge him.
Well, when was this? Was this like for like X and Y or no? You didn't work.
That was not. I worked back there. Right before Diamond and Pearl came out.
Oh.
I'm tempted to tweet an announcement for the podcast, horse porn, and just a link to the podcast.
I'm gonna go do that on my Facebook right now.
We're gonna get the weirdest people to show up.
That's all right. No.
They just show up and get disappointed. Where the fuck is Twilight Sparkle? I was
about to say all these bronies gonna show up and be like, "Well, I'm disappointed."
I just posted on Facebook asking people if they wanted to watch horse porn, and I linked the podcast.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Let's see how fucked up my friends list is now when they show up.
Okay, deleting you,
Are you weird?
We're not friends anymore.
I almost did kill a lady at my latest job. I mean, not like literally, but I was close.
How can you say that so casually? Yeah, a lady almost died on my way to work today, and I just...
Well, she deserved it, honestly. She really did. It was almost like it was out of a comedy skit, but I was literally going to kill her. I work at an Apple store, if you guys don't already know. So if this little old Asian lady walks up and is just like, I would like an AT&T unlocked phone. So I said, well, it's either unlocked or it's AT&T. Yes. So we're going to go with an AT&T. Yes, unlocked. So this conversation goes in circles for about 20 minutes. I finally decide, I guess AT&T phone. We're going to just go with that. So I pull it up. She goes, actually unlocked phone. So then I had to run back there, grab that phone, and she's like, I want to look at cases. So she runs over there and starts looking at phone cases. So she's like, which one do you like? So I pull my phone out because there's the case we have there, and I throw it on the table. It's like, oh, this is a pretty tough case. She grabs my phone and throws it onto the floor and goes, does it protect against cracks?
Oh gosh.
And I, like, my hands are in the strangle pose. And I was just like, yeah, I hope. So she grabs one of
your phone and did that?
And threw it onto a concrete floor.
What a crazy bitch.
This doesn't even stop from there. She reaches over to the shelf and grabs a different color the case I have, rips the package in half. It's a blue case. She just rips it in half, and then she goes, I want a pink one.
Oh my god!
And I was like, why did you rip the blue one? So you can imagine how the whole sales situation went beyond that. Then I went over, and she's like, oh, I need a screen cover on this one. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll put it on for you. So I'm already fuming because she keeps on pressing buttons and throwing my phone around. I was already mad. So I was starting to put her on this cover, and she goes, wait a minute. She licks her finger, sticks her finger underneath the cover, and goes, okay.
What?
So I looked at her, and I was like, you just realized you broke this cover, and I have to get a new one, right? So hear me going up the cover, and literally as she left and walked the door, I just looked at the guy and just screamed at the top of my lungs.
Travis. God.
You know how long the interaction was? 2 hours.
Oh, I was
Oh, fuck.
God.
I envy you, Travis, because I would have killed her in the first 5 minutes.
My phone survived, luckily. You know what? I get props for me being a patient guy, but even then, I was like, fuck this bitch.
You know, if anything, Travis proves just how reliable Apple phone cases really are.
Yeah, thank God it was. Because she wouldn't have paid for it. She'd be like, oh, I don't understand English or whatever.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Jesus. God.
So this is totally podcast relevant.
This is a podcast.
So on a slightly related thing to the horse porn one, not that negatively, but I did have a woman come in saying, my phone seems really slow. I have a 64 gig phone. I look at her phone, she has 60 gigs of cat pictures. And I looked, I was like, how is this possible? I didn't even know there were 60 gigs of cat pictures. Never work in technology if you're ever impatient. Because seriously, people are so stupid. Probably more of the awkward story is me helping a lady that was making out with the parrot the whole time.
What?
Making out with a parrot?
Yes. She was just...
Did it have
she was,
epilepsy?
no, I don't think so. But she was just... I was sitting there talking about these products. She had a bunch of questions like, oh, so how do these work? And she was holding a parrot. She had one of those gray parrots. And every time she'd ask a question, I would start talking. She would stick her tongue out, and then the parrot would stick its tongue out, and they go, and do that little tongue touch thing. I'm like,
That is
every single
nasty.
time. And I used to be like, so this kid, what? I was getting so distracted because it was so disgusting.
Oh my god.
Dude, where the fuck
Nasty.
do you live with these crazy things?
If you work in a place where you see a lot of people, you realize that about half the world is insane.
Oh my god.
Like the lady that kept on threatening to hit me with her car when I worked at GameStop.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, it started as a rough morning anyway. God, I'm going off in the story tangent again. Black Friday working at GameStop when the Nintendo Wii was released. It was me and one other guy. As soon as it got there, I walk up because there's a big line out there and be like, okay, ready to go. And he goes, we only have one Nintendo Wii. I look out there, it's like, so that line of like 100 people right there want the same thing, and you know that, right?
Oh my god.
So you know how the day is going to go from there. The first guy comes in, buys it, leave. The second one comes up crying with a black eye. So we're like, are you okay, man? He said, that guy who sold the Nintendo Wii cut in front of me and punched me in the face.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And I was like, wait, what? And the guy was already gone by that point. And then this lady came in, like, for 2 weeks straight, every day to come and go, like, do you have 7 Nintendo Wiis I could buy? And I was like, no, we can really only buy one, and we don't have any. She's like, I'm going to kill you. She was thinking of new ways to threaten me each time. She was like, you better not step outside. I'm going to hit you with my car. And I said, well, I'll just be sure not to walk across the street then.
Man, we have cameras. I just want you to know.
wow. What a crazy bitch.
You let her come back even though she threatened you every day?
Like a new threat
Well,
every day for real.
That's sometimes the weird part, depending on where he works. Sometimes they're just like, well, customer knows best. I'm like, she threatened to kill me.
She hasn't gotten to my head.
Yeah. Well, give her all the money.
This is called a robbery. Oh, well.
Well, we don't want to get a negative score on our rating system,
I'm
so
good.
just give them the money.
Some people don't want to downgrade us on Yelp, so,
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably the best thing I did at work recently, because everyone's been pissed off at work, is that, because, Christmas, fuck Christmas. We got everyone together, and one of the managers goes, so how's everyone doing? So it was all quiet, so I just went, If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And no one did it.
Well, they found out, didn't they?
He just kind of motioned, like, see?
I don't know why, but imagine you said that like a ceiling fan just fell in the background.
Hit me.
Like nobody clapped, it's just here in the background.
I do have to admit, I have a serious weakness for cute dogs and cats, and the sad thing is that people bring in cute dogs and cats to my work all the time.
Oh, that's
Really?
so cute.
Well, they do like a dog, I work in this like huge shopping center thing, and these people do these dog walks like every week. So someone will just like the other day I was helping this customer, and my censorship for my own cuteness weakness is not very good. So, someone walked in with a Rottweiler puppy.
Oh.
Aw.
And so I was just sitting there going like, yeah, and the Magic Pros, look at that cute son of a bitch! There was this lady who had a lap lizard there, which was really weird.
Yay.
She was just sitting there just sitting on the stool, and I walked by, and I see kind of something weird in my peripheral. Look over, there's just a big bearded dragon in her lap.
Aww.
The fact you can even train him to do that, my lizard just bit the shit out of me all the time. I'm like, I'm just trying to clean your pen, stop it!